Hi everyone, let's take a look at how we can use Docupilot to generate a document whenever a Salesforce record is updated. So today I will be using an example of whenever a contact is updated, I want to generate a document and upload the generated document to my notes section. Right, so right now I do not have anything in my notes for other song, and I will be using this as my trigger field status. When the status is moved from pending to approved, I will want to generate the document. All right. So I already set up a simple contact engagement letter here, which has first name and last name as a field. Sorry, it's supposed to be last name, but this is the template, how it looks like. And the next thing I'll do is I'll just go to preferences and make it easier for us to identify generated documents. First name underscore, let's say auto number, right? And I'll enable auto number here so that the file name gets incremented whenever a new file is generated. All right, the next thing I want to do is I will go ahead to my Salesforce, and in setup we'll find something called as name credentials. This is an important first step. In name credentials, we'll need to create a legacy name credential, and in that there is only one thing we need to configure specifically. Configure the URL and disable all of the checks, like remove generate authorization header, set this to anonymous, and set the authentication protocol to no authentication. Right, the URL you need to enter here is available for you here on the create tab. In the create tab, create this data capture form link. Copy the URL, the first URL, paste it here, and remove everything after this slash. So it's just dashboard or Docupilot tab, and save it. Since I already have one, I'm not creating another one. So just take a look at this. This is exactly that, dashboard or Docupilot tab, and this is unchecked and anonymous and no authentication. All right. So the next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and create a Salesforce flow, new flow. Since our requirement is to generate a document on trigger, I'll select record trigger flow, and I want to select my record module as contact. And whenever record is updated, I need to select conditions as contact status has changed, is changed, true, and status equals approved. So whenever my contact status is approved, I will be running this flow. So let me save this. Generate. All right. Okay. The next thing I will need to do is, let's ignore this error and warning for now. The next thing I'll need to do is I'll need to create an action, which is nothing but a HTTP callout, right? Just remember the names of the actions that you're going, the names you're going to use in the callout, so that it will be helpful for you next. All right, so I will create this new HTTP callout, say, and use Docupilot here. Next, post, and here again let's do the same thing. Copy the URL, paste it here, and remove the part which was already configured as part of your name credentials. So the next important thing here for us to do is, if you noticed here, there are two different URLs, one with the question mark download equal to true, the other without. So download equal to true basically instructs Docupilot that the generated document is supposed to be downloaded back to the source. All right, so here I will configure that query parameter download and configure its type as string, mark it as required. Right, next I need to give a sample JSON request. So since we have a template setup, our tokens are available here. I'll just go ahead, open the test form, and fill sample data. I'll just go to JSON tab, copy this JSON, paste it here, and review. So Salesforce detects that first name and supposed to be last name, but AST name as my two fields in the template. Connect for schema, give this as true because that's what we wanted to do in real time, and connect. Note that this will generate a document. If you leave your template in draft mode, no credits will be consumed. If you leave it in published mode, it will consume 1 credit, right? So Salesforce rejected the schema. Save it. All right. So here, yeah, this is the trigger I just created, right? Action. Contact engagement letter. And in here, for download, I want to use true, say global constant true, or I can just use simply this value as well. This is more accurate. Now in body, I want to create a new resource. Contact engagement letter body. Right, I'll save this. Since it is already selected for us here, we need not worry much about it. Done. And we can save it. Now here, we just need to do one additional step because we created this Apex class, sorry, Apex variable, but the variable's values should be assigned, right? Let's go to assignment here. We have contact engagement letter body. And here in docgen CL body, we have first name and we have last name. So we'll select it from triggering contact, first name, same as triggering contact or last name. Right. So now we are done. This flow would ideally generate, trigger on contact field change, prepare the body, generate the document, right? Let's just test this part and see what's happening. So to see what's happening, we can go to the reports tab. Here so far I have only one document generated because this is coming from the Salesforce, data structure detection part. So where it says sent John Doe. So now if I try to trigger this, say pending, since it will get triggered only on approved, we'll just move it back to approved again. Save. Since I already activated the flow, it should have triggered a docgen request. Yes. So if you say letter author 2, if you see the data, first name is Arthur and AST name is Song. This is sending in the request as expected, right? So the next thing we need to do is we need to upload the generated document back to our record, correct? So what we do is we need to create one Apex class which will handle uploading of the generated document to attachment. So I created one Apex class earlier. I call it as Docupilot download. So this Apex class code will download. Okay, basically this class will take three items: file, URL, record ID, and title. Basically, this is the name of the file, and it will download and attach. So it will download the file first, and it will create a new content version. Basically, nothing but a note, and it will attach the note. Right now it is very strict, but we can modify this class to no. So the next thing I'll do here is go to action, Apex. So download Docupilot is the action that we were looking at earlier. Docupilot download. So I select that here, upload file name. File name is the one that we get back from generate CEL. Outputs from generate CEL to XX data file name. File URL is again outputs to XX data file URL. Record ID is the one that is the actual triggering record. So that should come in from triggering contact ID. So this is it. Save this as a new version. Activate this version. Now all I need to do is go to pending. All right, so let's cross check what's happening here. So we have one file from earlier. Go back to contact. Now I don't have any notes and attachments. I edit. I move it to approved. Save. We check here. Up to 3 is created just now. And yeah, there we have a file called contact engagement letter R3, dear to author, song, etc. etc. So the document that is available here is what got uploaded there.